turtle actually caught by Rondo. Now it's going to be Annabelle looking for the backside, but in the backside, the other side, Nile free hitting. Cyclops 1 HP, and that's a double for Nile.
Looks free for Alter Ego. It should have been a bit more free there in the first turtle, but Evos were able to really get the job done with Psychots buying so much time. Now we can see that Alter Ego with that lane prio in the mid lane and up top, they were able to get it done. And now it's a 1,700 gold lead. It's going to be really tough for Evo's Glory once they lose. I think if they're down 3k, then it'll be very, very scary, because that will be a good position for Alter Ego to actually start invading to take that purple buff away from Annabelle.
They're not just down 3k. They're also down in the talent prediction. That was a 4v2. Connie, you're the only one who voted for Evos this time around, but the one thing that I've noticed is Annabelle is struggling severely against Owen. This Kofra pick has been very important to the success that Alter Ego has been able to hold on to for the first 4 minutes of the game.
It's the double, the Owen bouncing ball. You know, Banny doesn't like that bouncing ball.
No.
And also, Edith. Edith, amazing stopper. That's why the Edith first pick is so much value here. You get that flex and, diversion. Annabelle?
They sniff Annabelle out. Owen charges, but Annabelle too quick with it. But that will be the orange. Oh, swiper, no swiping. But Nile is a little bit too tricky with it.
Annabelle?
So alright, but now with no cables left, he will have to recall.
It's going to be tough. Like I said, 3,000. We're actually getting very close to that 3,000 gold lead mark. If they continue like this, by the way, this is really intelligent by Highs. That firmness and weapon mastery to play it safe, because there's a Fanny on the other side. He knows that all he needs to do is scale, because if he scales together with Brands, he will get to his mid-game power spike much faster than Brands, who needs to wait for the 3-item power spike. And now Alter Ego have control. Earlier of the first turtle with top side, they also have the control in the winning lane bottom. So this should be another free neutral objective. No contest. This can actually lead up to a purple buff steal for Alter Ego.
Yeah, I think Nile here will clear the turtle without retribution. So Owen charges, opening things up. He finds the flicker, but doesn't really find anyone. Cyclops being the recipient. Now it's going to be Evo's Glory, still having that purple, and Owen heavily punished. No compensation. Sure, they got the turtle, but they got the kill.
They had to actually trade that in. Luckily, Highs is going to be able to munch on that HP on the turret, should be able to bring it for themselves as well. So another objective being secured in for Alter Ego in the first few minutes of the game. Nino doing really good at zoning. I'm not really sure they know where they are, but wait a second, it's a 1v1.
Oh, Annabelle does not want business this early. He just wants a structure, and technically it's a structure to raid.
Man, I am interested to see the item builds. That a Starlium Scythe for the Valentina? I rarely see the Starlium Scythe on Valentina, man. I don't know if this is new tech.
Oh, that's a good charge by Owen, and Grease getting 5-man set, but no follow-up. Now it's going to be Alter Ego with the reset, and they have established a 3,000 gold lead.
Let's circle back to that. Starlium Scythe for Valentina. Technically, when she goes in for her dashes, is that considered a basic attack?
Yeah, you do get the basic attack, right? Like even after using your skills, you use the basic attack, but I wonder if this is like a new tech for losing side, right? Because when you're losing, maybe you want that additional damage. We're gonna have to see more. We haven't seen it really work out for Mr. Deficit, but maybe it's because he wants to capitalize on the Primal Wrath. He wants to steal the Primal Wrath, you get the basic attack after that. Maybe. He has been stealing the Primal Wrath most of the time, so I'm just guessing at this point. Alter Ego, this should be the purple buff contest. Like I said, 3,000 gold lead, they should be able to get this.
See, the retribution level is still up and available though, and it will still fall to the hands of Annabelle. Now it's a flicker. Rondo flickers away, but the damage, actually, Rondo gets taken down. Now good Numenon Blast catching two, and Nino will be next on the topping block. Evo's Glory, they have found their rhythm. Now Tempest the Blade trying to survive, but no damage, and he has to back away. That's Evo's Glory responding.
He was looking for a Sutsujin play, but I think he was too overwhelmed with the damage output coming in from Evo's Glory. Unfortunately, Nile himself could not win them that team fight. That was a 2-0 trade in favor of Evos.
Yeah, okay, so we saw it. The Primal Wrath. He's been taking the Primal Wrath, utilizing it really well. So the Starlium Scythe is for the specific game only. It's not like a always build on the Valentina. It's just really good if you have an Edith on the other side of the map. But Alter Ego definitely overstayed their welcome there, man. Owen.
Good reaction. And that is going to be Alter Ego still just toning it down. They know the Lord is up here. And they know that Evo's glory they can respond to.
We can also see the glimpses of, mistakes here from Alter Ego. Going for that purple buff. It was a good move at the start, but then they overcommitted definitely. The purple buff was just to bait out, either steal or bait out the retribution. Annabelle used the retreat. That should have been a free turtle, but they rotated a bit too late. Niall was also nowhere near that purple buff, so it just looks very, very odd. But for Alter Ego, I get the idea. It's good. They just need to fix that execution, and it's still 3,000 goldies, so technically not the end of the world. They gotta be careful though, because Depezet is very, very scary. Every time he steals that Primal Wrath, he's doing a lot of damage.
But right now, Niall is 3 levels ahead of Annabelle, so that's definitely an advantage that they can work with.
Oh, Owen catching too, but the Purify comes in, but Owen and Cyclops will not survive. You know the backside will fall, but the Lord falls in the hands of Niall. Dreams next on the chopping block. Rams trying to survive, and Niall, will he want more? Will he get more diversion play? Spots Annabelle, but it seems like Alter Ego, they will have to be satisfied with taking 2.
Yeah, 2-for-1 trade, but they also get the Lord. So that's essentially Alter Ego getting a 3-for-1 trade. Again, Niall is busy. He is doing work. There's a lot on his shoulders right now. And the fact that he was able to get that advantage in the EXP lane was also very vulnerable. But talk us through what else happened.
It was just Alter Ego utilizing their composition that is clearly better when it comes to controlling neutral objectives, and in the mid game, this is their power spike. Man, usually you actually see the Clint go for Heptasea's first item. Heis, this is really good for him. He went for the Endless Battle and the BOD, knowing that he doesn't really want to play super aggressive in lane. So the Heptasea's is not important. He wants to go for the build that enhances the weapon mastery that he already has. And now, in the mid game, he's much more of an oppressive force than you would expect with a Heptasea's. He's going to the Melphic Roar too, so capitalizing on Evo's Glory's lack of frontliners. The only 2 frontliners who have a Dreadnought armor are going to be melted once that Melphic Roar gets built up.
I mean, he is GOAT. Right?
Gonnie's GOAT.
He is Gonnie's GOAT. And it looks like